folk in a place that has been so special, that your grandparents built and designed to teach, to share, and to give to the world. How's your heart today, Mr. Callagy?
My heart is overflowing with gratitude. The fun energy. I couldn't stop laughing as I was talking to some folks this morning, including my mom, about the incredible things that happened, the abject insanity that has been these days, including last night. My heart and the love and the appreciation for people, the unbelievable possibilities of breakthrough that were present, and just the decisive energy of passion and fire. And we have one of those fine and amazing people who has done so much for everything we're doing here. And the person that fires up and co-hosts The Real Raw.
Hold on, Mr. Callagy. We do have some fine folk here. Hey, you got muted, by the way, Sean. Hey, Unblinded team, can you support an unmuting Sean? And so, Sean, as we work on those technicalities, we do have Michelle Echebarren, Ruth Carmazon, we have Diana Pereira.
You're getting all nervous because you're thinking Vivian's not here, but Vivian is right here, and we're going to jump in with all those fine folks. So, hello, Vivian.
There she is.
So, Vivian, talk to us. Like, what if somebody said, "Hey, what'd you do last weekend?" What would you say to people?
Okay, I would say that I got together with like-minded folks that are all perfectly aligned in their intentions with what they want to do. And nobody is bullshit. Everyone is real. Everyone is here for the purpose of wanting to monetize and do it in a way that's integrous and do it in a way that makes sense. And there's so much that has taken place on a deeper level with all of us.
And how insane have parts of this been? How crazy, and the rate of crazy, you know, some crazy in your life, like fun and good crazy, right?
Yes.
Right. How would you rate the fun and crazy factor of what you went through last night?
It reminded me of all of that, with Tony Robbins walking on fire. It had that same kind of, tribal kind of let's fire up, let's get into our Zeus.
Amazing. And at any point last night, for real, did you feel physically unsafe? You probably may have, because we were facing total insanity last night in nature. So at some point, did you feel some fear of like your physical safety?
Well, I was a cheerleader last night.
Right.
But so
I felt, did you feel
yes, fear? I felt a lot of fear for people. You couldn't see anything. It was pitch black. It was freezing. I lost my cell phone and I turned around. My hair was in my mouth. It was like pure mayhem. And next thing I knew, it was like Watergate. There were some lights from cell phones everywhere. It was like Encounters of the Third Kind. Yeah. And it was really spectacular to see the bravery in everybody just being full on committed to what you're doing and the mission that you have here.
And how about for you? What are you committed to taking forward from here?
I'm committed to communicating who I am without any more fear of failure.
Amazing. Boom. Vivian Guzman. Thank you. And Fernando, we have more amazing souls, and we'll bounce back to Vivian since she's in the co-pilot seat over here at the ocean front. And obviously things have been moved a lot because we've had all kinds of things happening as we've been inside, outside, in adventures. By the way, Fernando, just real quick, 10-second version. We talked about the unfolding of what this would be. And this was for our elite program members here at Unblinded. And about 80 people had the opportunity to come to this. And we planned it and finalized it, said it's a go 7 days ago. And 60 out of the 80 people were able to come on 7 days' notice. About 30 of them flew in on airplanes. And I can't believe the trust, the love, and I'm overwhelmed, Vivian, and all of you that made it, and all of you that made it virtually, the others that couldn't. The virtual has been crazy. You guys are absolutely unbelievable in Unblinded Elite. It is remarkable who you are and what's happening here. The love, the connection, the fire, the passion, the confronting of yourself, all of it, just unbelievable. Would you agree, Vivian?
Well, I love that Sean says that, but we're here because of Sean. We're here because of the magic that he shows us every day from his own life's experiences, and how we can create that magic ourselves, and trying to break it down for us in the formula so that we can go ahead and achieve our dreams. So thank you for your generosity.
Love you. You're amazing.
You are.
And I thank Vivian because I was on the phone with my mom and others, and Vivian's like, yeah, I just ran in. Like, what's happening? What time is it? She's like, 8:30. I'm like, I'm like, we have to go right now. So Fernando, we also have some amazing other people that did some of the craziest stuff that I've ever done in my life. And there's an offshore hurricane, complete abject insanity was last night. And I can't believe what some of these people did. And I'm so proud of them. So who else do we have, sir?
We have Michelle Echebarren. We have Ruth Parmesan with energy. We have Diana and Kelly Hanna.
Amazing. So let's go Michelle E. coming from the West, East Coast, West Coast. When you heard about this weekend and thought what this would be versus what it has been, why don't you share what's on your heart, please, Michelle? And thank you so much for your trust and confidence, for jumping on an airplane and flying across the country. Successful woman entrepreneur, supporting lawyers by the thousands in finding work and putting people together. You're incredible, and I'm overwhelmed by the gift of your trust, your time, your money, and energy. So, Michelle, what's happening?
Whew, thank you, Sean. I didn't know what to expect when I came here. I know there was going to be a lot of learning and getting through different processes and learning the technology for them. And I didn't realize how much love and listening there would be, how much fun it would be. You've really captured all of the energies into every piece of this weekend. Our goddess energy, our love, our hearts, our Zeus commanding energy, our fun energy. I'm leaving one out right now. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Aspirational. Was there some aspirational energy in the house?
Oh my gosh, the aspirational.
Please.
Yes, you've captured every single bit of it, and it's changed the trajectory of my life. I already know, and I don't even, in ways that I can't even tell you yet because I haven't experienced it yet. But I know that from here on out, I'm going to be experiencing life differently, and I couldn't have done it without being here this weekend, without have taken that chance and those actions to get on that plane and come out here for 4 days. And thank you so much, Sean. I have so much love and respect for everything that you're doing.
Love and respect you too, Michelle. And by the way, do you have a little different perspective of New Jersey now after hanging here?
Okay, I've never been to New Jersey before. And I've never been folded up in the ocean the way I was last night, along with everybody else.
So was it total and abject insanity in that ocean or no?
It was mayhem in that ocean. Like we were planning on just going in there and gracefully, kind of dipping our heads down into a wave or something. But the second we stepped foot in, we're holding hands, we're ripped apart from each other, we're tumbled, trying to get out and smash back down. And this was like everybody.
Was it, and how did you feel when it was over?
Invigorated. It was so much fun. I mean, I wasn't afraid of the water. I was more afraid of the cold, but like in experiencing the waves and just like sucking me back in, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm underwater a little bit longer than I thought I would be. Again, right?
Yes, folks. We're here. We did prepare people for how to breathe underwater, for how to breathe underwater, for what a hold down would feel like. And we were in insanity last night in the pitch black in the Atlantic Ocean with winds blowing 25 miles an hour. And that was just the beginning of what was happening. So Michelle, I am so grateful, and I can't wait to rock and roll today because we're starting
Yes.
right after the huddle. Michelle, you're amazing, and you've inspired me, truly. And when I say that, because people go, oh, dot, 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 you just say nice things. No, Michelle built a business from nothing, as a non-lawyer that gets work for 5,000 different lawyers. She's gotten work for with 2,500 law firms. And this is remarkable what you've done. And it's just the beginning, Michelle. And thank you for everything.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
All right. Ruth, what's happening, Ruth?
Oh my gosh.
Talk to me. What's present for you, Ruth?
This is so awesome. A bit chilly, but we're all good. Pre-hurricane, post-hurricane, we're in it. So it was awesome.
And when you rolled up to the house after dinner last night, we had dinner outside, all of us last night, in kind of a sort of indoor covering, but outside, and we're sitting by a fire pit at the Seashell, amazing, beautiful evening and dinner we had last night. And then we roll up and you see like a police car. Did you see the police car outside of the ocean?
I was like, I have no idea where we're going with this, but I'm sure. So.
What were you thinking just when you saw the police car as we stopped the bus? It was a police car. What was going through your mind and nervous system?
I really was just thinking they're here to check out some whatever Sean's got going on here. They're just, I didn't know if you guys had asked them to come just so to, prevent anything going on, meaning they heard about something, so they were going to come anyway, that you already had, alerted them so that they would just be there. So I felt protected, actually. I was like, all right, he's thought of everything. So,
yeah. Well, yeah, the police were not invited, but thank you to the Long Beach Island Police Department for your love, support, patience, and belief in not human transformation, because nobody needs to be transformed, but the freeing of the greatness inside of us. And by the way, Ruth, is there any fear of failure and fear of rejection? Does fear of failure and fear of rejection even exist for you, Ruth?
I would say it's been transformed. So what's really cool is I feel supported and I feel elevated and I have new tools. So I think whenever I go into an unknown, I'm questioning and there's uncertainty. Yeah. However, I'm now able to step into that uncertainty. So
are we able to call that uncertainty something different though than failure protection?
100%, like raw, let's go for it. Instead of, oh, I'm going to be back here biting my nails in the shadows or something. And I feel like there's like Zeus energy coming at, but also with aspiration attached. So I'm aspiring to something and I'm able to stand in who I am, where I've been, what I've accomplished, and I can move forward into that freely now.
And by the way, and you can, and so people are just not like, okay, so you guys did some crazy fear stuff. Do you have a completely different understanding of how math is impacting your marketing and your sales and your money?
Oh, 100%. And it's exponential. So thank you. Yeah, it's exponential.
Ruth, you came in with great uncertainty. I think you had like a mask, a faceplate, armament, every other thing, and then you're screaming and yelling by a bonfire like a wild animal warrior queen princess last night of insanity. And we're not even we're about halfway through. And wait till you see what goes on today, Ruth. So have an amazing day.
And guess what? I was the first one in the ocean. I grabbed my partner. We're going first. This is it. So
who was on your team that was in first?
Brian.
Brian, amazing. Brian, I did not know that. Brian and Ruth, first ones in the ocean. Yep. Amazing job. Totally. And if you think, okay, so they jumped in the ocean, you have no idea what happened. The ecosystem merging, tribal insanity, love of each other. And yeah, it was an insane night. So Ruth, thank you. And I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Okay, we'll be there. Right. Thank you. Bye. Love you.
Who's next?
We have Diana, and then of course Kelly Hanna to take us home. So Diana Pereira, who is fun lovingly, she called herself this, not I. She is the rookie. She is the one of the closest people to join. She joined 10 days ago over the phone. Thank you, Susan Hum and Andres, for this beautiful introduction. And she's like, yeah, Fernando, I'll drive and join a bunch of people I don't know. So Sean, Diana, over to you.
Diana, ¿qué pasó?
Hey, Sean. So happy and honored and grateful to be here.
Amazing. So how is if somebody's like you got on a plane and don't know what's happening, like what would you tell somebody about what you put yourself through last night? How would you describe last night?
Last night, well, just to say I drove because I'm only a couple hours away, so I can't claim the whole plane ride. But I did feel as soon as we got ready for first swimming in the uncertainty for me, something that I like, but I didn't know how much it was going to shape me. So we didn't know what was going to happen until the moment it happened. So that was really something. It was significant. And what I felt building as we were discovering what was that we were going to do was this sense of tribal community, supportive energy. We were put in groups, we were holding hands, and the music was playing, and it felt like the biggest sense of support driving into the unknown that I've ever had in my life. And I'm okay with the water. I love the ocean, and I'm okay with uncertainty, and rejection doesn't exist for me. So I have to say that was not what I was working on, but fear does. Fear exists for me. Fear of failure, fear of success exists for me, or existed for me until last night. And I felt that as I was holding that piece of wood and I was, working on what am I afraid of to throw that into the fire, I was not alone. I was with you, I was with the team, and I had the crew, even the guy playing the music, such a sweetheart, everybody. And then by the time I was in the ocean, man, that was powerful.
How powerful was the ocean last night?
The ocean was crazy. I mean, I boogie board, I surf a little bit, and I know the ocean. I love the ocean. The ocean is my home, and it beat me up. We walked to it, and the first wave we go under, and no, it wasn't under. It was through my face and my the sand. It's beyond imaginable, and yet we felt so safe. I felt safe.
No, amazing. And then how about? Yeah, and how about, and you said to me yesterday, I was so touched, and you just came up to me and just said that you're here forever. And how could you know that this is a place that you should be for forever?
Well, I really can't explain that because it's a feeling that it's a certainty. It's the certainty I have in my heart, in my whole body, and my head is like, sure, I understand the formula. I have a very big, broad glimpse of what it is. I don't know the distinctions. I just walked into this, but the certainty is that I found my movement, that I've been doing this already. I didn't know that I was doing it, and you're giving me the language, the technology, the distinctions, the feeling of belonging to something that exists already. I'm not alone. I'm not the crazy one that I thought I was all by myself.
You're crazy, Diana. Let's not be confused. You are crazy. Yes, you are crazy. So let us not be.
I embrace that. I love that. I receive that. But I think this crazy supports many because I feel supported by many. So I feel like I found my family in a weird way, in a very beautiful way.
And so Diana, last thing I would say is, how about your association now, how you see your marketing and selling? What became available for you yesterday as we were talking about the math and all the different levers, not one lever, two levers, three levers, just lever after lever after lever after lever. What became available for you thinking that the math of marketing and how it integrates into your goddess energy, your heart, your Zeus, like what, if anything, became available for you?
Yeah, thank you for that. Two things amazingly became available for me. One is that math and heart are related and can be related. That blew my mind because I thought I never put that together. I never thought that we could be open-hearted and also have our math clear. And what does it mean when they go together? So that is a concept that I'm going to keep studying because it's transformative for me. And I used to believe I'm bad at math, and I used to believe I can't do it. I don't want to sail. I'm all heart-centered. So these big things are changing for me. What it really means to be heart-centered, loving with boundaries. What it really means to know my math and know that if I'm just talking to a friend about what I do, that's not an ecosystem merger. Boom. Right.
Boom.
Yes, amazing. So my marketing is gonna transform, and more than my marketing, I feel that what I'm here for is to bring this empowerment and this clarity to the whole Hispanic population.
Yes.
And along with this, I'm with you, I'm with Fernando, I'm with Andres, and we are teaming up to bring this beautiful unblinded formula and everything that it represents, the community, the overcoming the fears, the understanding of our own self, so we can serve better in Spanish to the Latinos. So that is what I'm committed to, and that's what's going to change for me after this weekend. It already did. So thank you.
Well, thank you. Yes, amazing. And thank God we got Andres out. He's unbelievable in the water from Puerto Rico. He flew in for this weekend, and Andres took a knee to the head, and he was like powerful, like, I'm fine, I'm coming out of the water. It was complete mayhem.
Yes.
Last night again, Diana. So Andres, brother, unbelievable. Diana, beautiful job. Thank you so much. And we
Thank
also
you.
have, so we're going to get to Kelly and Hannah Mo. Thank you. I'm going to see you in like 5 minutes. And oh, by the way, Diana, last thing.
Yeah.
Do you like Peter Pan? Like, do you know what Peter Pan is? Like, is that like some pull there?
I like Tinkerbell more than Peter Pan, but okay.
Yes. Well, you have to roll with the Lost Boys, Tink, Peter Pan, Wendy, and the whole crew today. So we'll see what that
Whoa.
looks like as the day progresses. So
Thank you. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Diana.
you.
And Fernando, let's roll with Kelly. I'm going to first jump in with the lovely Mona. How are you?
Good morning, everybody.
Who this would not have happened with. Also, with so many amazing team members, this would not have happened without. Mona has been selfless and crazy in her support and everything you've done here. So Mona, just real quick, when I was like, yeah, we're doing this, like it's a go, how insane did you think I was in that moment?
Yeah, I knew you were insane because I knew a lot of people would say yes. So I was like, okay, let's do it. Let's start ordering a lot of toilet paper so we can make sure that everyone is on that.
No,
the garage is full of stuff.
Yes. And so, but last night, though, when I said it's a go with what we're doing to face fear, failure, and rejection.
I honestly thought last night that he was going to say, all right, it's probably not safe. And it's probably a good idea that we bail on this activity. So let's just honestly, let's not do this because it's probably not a good idea. But he was like, nope. We're doing it. We're doing it anyway. The ocean was really, really, really rough. And there's some people that I'm just so floored by their courage. Everybody's courage.
Blind people in the ocean
really,
getting whacked. Rosa,
Yeah.
Tiffany, Mike, me. I'm blind.
Yeah.
Right, me. I forgot me. Gina Ritchie's body flying by me like it was a rag doll, like sitting in like a washing machine. That's what was happening.
Yes.
And it was like, there goes Gina. Grab her ankle, stand her back up. There she goes the other way. It
And
was
Sean's cousin, Kathleen, I was holding her hand. She hadn't been in the ocean in God knows how many years. And I was holding her. She was like a towel. She was like this. And with her blonde hair, pulled her out. It was a lot of fun, but it was awesome. Great job, everybody. Very proud of all of you guys. We got Kelly, Hannah.
Kelly, what's up, Kelly? So you've seen a lot of crazy. How was that crazy last night?
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. And then watching everybody, there were people bleeding.
It ain't a party until people bleed, Kelly.
And we're playing Bruce Springsteen and the police show up and we were completely disrupting. We created an entire scotoma on Long Beach Island last night. The people in the restaurant couldn't figure out who the heck this group of people were. Like they're staring at us going, what the heck is going on here? An entire gigantic bus dropping off like 50 of us to eat dinner. And everybody's like, what the hell is going on? But no, it was magical. Yes, they were bleeding, but they were laughing, crying, smiling, and completely euphoric. So I think they were really oblivious to any pain whatsoever. And it really was magical. It really was completely magical. And everybody just collectively looked after everybody else and did a head count, made sure we didn't leave anybody in the ocean.
Very thankfully.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Oh, wait, yeah. So Kelly, I'm sorry, I got distracted for 1 second. So we're looking at comments in the chat as well. So Kelly, what was the biggest awarenesses, breakthroughs for you over this weekend, if any, by the way? Yeah.
Well, other than you calling me out on some stuff that I needed to get called out on, because I've known you now for over 2 years and you've gotten to know who I am at my core. And, you know, I tend to be a loner. So this group has really peeled back so many layers for me. And again, in like, I've always kind of been just a one-man show, one-woman show. So I'm going to correct that. And
I'm so proud of you. You're so amazing. Go ahead.
I've always just kind of just kept everything in my head and just winged it. I've spent 20 years just winging it, and somehow I've landed on my feet and made it work. But now, like really I literally have like 5 notebooks full of strategies and laying them out. And again, I tend to keep the math in my head, and it's not serving me to do that. So yesterday was very powerful, and I happened to be sitting like right at Sean's side while he's talking to me. And my head was just spinning as far as like, I really need to lay this out. I really need more structure. I got to stop winging it because I can't scale if I'm just, flying by the seat of my pants all the time. So that's critical. And then the love and support in that room yesterday for me is something that I've never had. So Rob Gill and Dr. Roger and Sean and Tom and like Mike Adams and everybody and Ken just coming together going, do you not see yourself?
Yes.
And so that was incredible. It was really priceless, and I love this family, and I'm in it to win it.
Yeah. And you ready? You want to hear how crazy things could be? So I wasn't sure, Kelly, how you truly felt about being here, and I love you. And I'm so grateful for who you are and how you show up. And I am so thankful, and we could just miss each other, not understand, and so you're just leaning in and being that open, and me leaning in, because I had so much respect for you and appreciation for you that I didn't want to like confront and lean in. We were friends, and you supported me when we first met, and I was so thankful for that. And I am so thankful that we're here. And if you're there with any fear, and maybe it's fear on my part, right? We just got to lean in, and we just got to be open and like deal with what's present and be like, hey, what do you want to do? Like, are we going to do this? Like, what's happening? And so I'm immensely grateful. You are brilliant. You're a powerful, successful woman entrepreneur. And the world needs you, Kelly. It needs your love. It needs your power. It needs your passion. It needs your enthusiasm. It needs your energy. And it needs you to not just think that you. Look, Fernando, hold on. Fernando.
I'm right here.
Hey, mute somebody. Michelle, I'm sorry. It's to be in the space of realizing that, and I know you've been so successful and run your own company and construction, all the things you've done. And I know you're in your heart now. It's to realize that you can go back and forth like that between both and be in both at the same time, and just step into your power and love yourself and be like, hey, I'd be happy to add this value, but I know I can add that value. And I think you could add even more value than you possibly could ever perceive. So
Love you too. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to take this. Kelly, how do you feel about Peter Pan?
I love Peter Pan. I want to be the female version of Peter Pan for sure. I'm mischievous. I love fun. And over the course of the last decade, I've learned to absolutely just get ridiculously, or we're just going to use the word rapturous anticipation of uncertainty.
Boom.
Wow.
Kelly Hanna dropping some wisdom. Rapturous. One more time. Rapturous
anticipation of what uncertainty brings.
Right. Kelly Hanna quote out there. That's the call for today, to have rapturous anticipation of the uncertainty that your life and business is about to bring. You're going to step into that, Kelly?
Hell yeah.
All right. Vivian, Mona, Michelle, Ruth, Fernando, who do we not communicate with? Michelle, Ruth, Fernando, Vivian, Kelly. Is that everybody who spoke today? And Diana. And Diana.
We got Patricia, who jumped in last minute. I know we're at time, but Patricia, you are like smiling, bright and glowing. So
hi. Good morning.
What's on your heart and mind, Patricia?
I am just so excited for today, and with everything that I've learned yesterday, like there is nothing like this full immersion. So rock on.
No, amazing. And listen, I know that like you can't say that this is true. I know you can't say it.
Addresses in the back.
Right. But I know what you're thinking is that like Disney has nothing on this. I know that's a present for you, but I would never ask you to say it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, was this crazier than any ride at Disney World? Just this simple question. Could you give me this? Was last night crazier than any ride you could experience at Disney World? That's my question. And if you can't go there, I understand.
This is absolute the most invigorating ride ever. Disney doesn't come close for sure, especially last night.
So what, final five, we're taking home. What did you think, Patricia, when you got out of the bus, there were police and you smelled fire? What were you thinking was going to happen? Like, what was in your mind? And you're holding a piece of wood, right? And it's fire smell and police, and we're walking towards the beach. What did you think was going on?
Immediately it was, okay, so I did UPW virtual and we're going to do the fire walk.
I would never copy. I would never copy. Yes. And so what, and then, so you thought we were going to walk on fire?
I totally did.
Okay.
100%.
And which for you would have been more scary, to walk on fire or to do what we did last night?
Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's such a good question.
Well,
they probably equated. I think they were like equal for sure. Because by the time we went into the water last night, holding hands, thank you for that. Because that's what really pulled me all the way in. I had some people in my group who were just like, well, we're just going to go all the way in. Meanwhile, I was like, well, let's kind of, gradually make our way in there. And that's not the way we went. I was a part of Michelle's group.
Oh boy. And it was insanity. So final. So future distinction, Kelly. And of course I would seek permission from the Tony Robbins world, even though other people do firewalks, but he is firewalk. We're going to put a firewalk all the way up the sand dune, all the way across the water, and then go in the ocean at night. So we'll merge these two things, and I'm totally kidding. But like that could be a distinction on this. So everybody, amazing. Oh, and by the way, Michelle, how did you relate to your marketing, ecosystem, emerging, speaking, sales, but all the sub distinctions of math inside of it? Like, what was present for you around all that?
You're looking for Michelle or Patricia there, Sean?
I'm sorry, Patricia.
Awesome.
For me, I'm sorry. Once you said Michelle, I thought you were.
So, Patricia, what was present for you in terms of math, of marketing, selling, all the sub distinctions of creating math around the quality, quantity, ecosystem, merger avatars, the percentage calculations of friction and frictionlessness, and blending that into your heart and certainty and go forward? Like, how did all that align for you?
I actually love the fact that they were brought together, because I initially thought of the math and the science as nothing but finance and kept it separate. And because I kept it separate, it wasn't the full vision of really living this out. So what I appreciated about yesterday, and really coming from a heart-centered place, it actually pretty much merged everything for me so that I know what I'm doing, the service that I'm giving, that those numbers count, they matter. And it causes me to now pay more attention to that.
Well, awesome. Beautiful day, Patricia, and everybody participating. Thank you so much. And
the bus is leaving me.
Thank you for making it out of the ocean safely and alive, everybody. I appreciate that very much. It would have been a bad first Unblinded Elite LBI weekend if we lost a couple of people, Kelly. So yes, so I'm very grateful. And Fernando, brother, final, take us home.
Final. I will quote our fellow brother in arms, Mr. Adam Gugino. It is incredible what's happened because a lot of these fine folks have said yes to something, and they were not saying yes to what we did last night in their original yes. That was like not part of the equation or the heroic unique identity. And what we knew, what you have like shown us, Sean, is this vision, and it's only the beginning of the beginning. This is 1%, if not less, of the total equation. And it's magical. It's marvelous. It's transformative. It is the energy of ecosystem merger. Like that should be a new energy. The energy of, well, all the energies equal this. That's what's present here. People are connecting in ways I've never seen. People that have never spoken are speaking, and they're smiling, loving, eyes open, heart open. That's magic, and that's here. So back to you, Sean. Take us home.
Final. This is so not about me, and thank you for the gracious words. This is about everybody. And all we're doing is freeing people with simple, fun, and magical micro distinctions in love, in Zeus, in aspirational, in fun, in a formula that accelerates everything that we want in life. And by the way, man, like, let's just emphasize fun. It was fun last night. And I am so grateful. Gina leading the dance party of Born to Run around the fire like an absolute abject lunatic, straight up. Total insanity for everybody. So have a beautiful day. You're gonna be hearing from these fine folks all week long. Yeah. And if you're not here, create that exactly where you are, because you have the power and ability to be that leader to everybody you encounter today, to carry that same fun, aspirational goddess Zeus energy